Hopefully, if you grew up in a situation that was somewhat healthy, and hopefully you had both of your parents, or at least a loving relationship with your mother, you look back on the image of your mother holding you as the image of a loving mother, a loving woman. However, there are things that we see in modern day times that make us wonder if we're not looking at, dare I say, woman 2.0, because of, simply put, the differing ways that they look at child rearing.
The reason that I did that piece on Planned Parenthood, I'm 55 years old, but when I was coming up, there wasn't, it's very strict about talking about sex to your children and stuff. And, my mom got sick and my dad didn't want to talk to me about sex. You know what I'm saying? So just to let you know that there's a lot of girls out there that's like that, that don't freaking know what's going on with their bodies or what's going on with sex. There's a lot of men out there that are becoming men and don't know about stuff. And that place provides that type of information. You would not know how much they saved my life. So much that I have them in my trust. That's how much I believe.
This is Leslie Jones on The Daily Show advocating for Planned Parenthood. She believes in Planned Parenthood so much that she is leaving money in a trust to make sure that they can still function after she's gone. Now, me personally, I don't have any strong feelings one way or the other because, one, I'm relatively helpless in terms of changing anything that's happening, and two, I'm not the most religious person, so I don't really see this as a religious/moral issue. It makes me actually wonder two things when I see this kind of TikTok. One is, how pervasive has the usage of Planned Parenthood become in the adolescence and the sex lives of young girls and women? And two, how much has the availability of Planned Parenthood fundamentally changed what it is to be a woman? In essence, woman 2.0.
Planned Parenthood is the and I'm not even talking about the basics, like STD checks, birth control, education for teen moms and victims, things like that. The nurse comes up to me, she's like, "Hi, my name is blank, and these are my pronouns." I never had a doctor give me her pronouns. And then she asked me for my pronouns. And then she's like, when we call you, is it okay to say this is Planned Parenthood? Because, some people are trying to hide it. They're not in good family situations. These people are very considerate and amazing, and I don't understand why people are trying to get rid of them. Like, this is a sanctuary.
Aside from the fact that it appears that you can get friendlier service from a Planned Parenthood clinic than you can from the nearest fast food restaurant without a tip, this TikTok speaks to a new era where there is really no shame in not just going to Planned Parenthood, but partaking of the services and broadcasting them on TikTok, something that would be almost unimaginable in the 1990s when you would have done this with maybe someone that you cared about, like a friend or a sister or your boyfriend, and you would be hush hush about it. I don't take issue with the existence or the usage of Planned Parenthood in this video. The question I ask is, how much does the access to Planned Parenthood and its services, the ability to take the consequences away from being with who you like to be with and being able to quote unquote erase the mistake at will, change the fundamental essence of a woman?
Take a trip with me on my first appointment. At home, I have my ibuprofen, motion sickness relief, lots and lots of water, and MaxiPad's Lifesaver. So first of all, I start off with this list and schedule of what I'm going to be doing. The first thing is already checked off because that pill was taken at the clinic, so all good.
The thing that surprised me the most about this video, aside from the overwhelming amounts of praise that she got in the comments, was that she seemed emotionally calm. It was very matter of fact. I did not sense any emotion, and just seems like a routine. And the idea that popped into my head was, how many young women have gone through this routine where they went through the initial, oh my goodness, I have a young child inside of me, and then within a 24-hour period, that inconvenient has been erased. How does that fundamentally change not just how you feel about intercourse with another man or building a relationship with him, but just about being a woman? It has to, at some level, fundamentally change the current day woman, the woman 2.0, from the woman who knew every time she had sex, she could potentially create a child and essentially start a new family with someone, meaning that she had to be super careful about her decisions. This is another example of a young lady doing basically the same thing, where she makes her trip and it seems very casual. It doesn't seem like it's a big emotional deal anymore. It's just a trip, almost like you're going to the pharmacy or just going down the street to do some slight shopping. And just in line with the casualness that you saw in the last couple TikToks, the comments mirror the same thing. Let's name this short film The Circle of Life. It was a drive to the chop shop for me. You went to the hitman office? Oh, that's on thank you, God, but no thank you. Baby, we give back over here. I know that's right. LOL, I laughed way too hard. This is hilarious. Oh, faster than Amazon Prime. These are attitudes that I have difficulty associating with the image that I would have seen of my mother or my grandmother. And it just speaks to something fundamentally different, either in our perception of women or the behavior of women from 3 or 4 or 5 generations ago until now. The song in the background of the last TikTok was a song called Equal Dirt by a gentleman named Rilo Rodriguez, and it's about a month old, so I muted the sound, but the lyrics go, whole month straight, I was getting H, you had left me at my lowest. I wasn't ready for no kid then, happy that you got an A. You're doing makeup on the same H I was sneaking on you with. I'm dapping up the same N you was creeping on me with. I was out in Houston, I went to reading our old texts. I'm not being insecure, I just know that wasn't your brother. You're the first lady I ever took serious, and I'm far from being a buster. I'm not a fool, go tie your shoes, we're not a couple. Going in your purse, you effed around and dropped the rubber. Who's this for? Cause you my B and we be effing raw every time. B, who this for? Like B, stop playing before I never mind. These lyrics hearken to an environment where nobody's faithful to anyone. And not only that, but people are moving in a way that kind of ties into the kind of behavior you're seeing with the usage of clinics. Of course, Sexy Red and Sukihana are extreme examples of this, I hope. The question I ask in this video is, what is the fundamental change that happens to a woman when she goes from knowing if she gives her womb to a man, there's a chance that she will get pregnant, to a woman who can be with almost any man and can assure herself she won't get pregnant? If you go through the consequences of doing this cycle several times over, where you go to the clinic and you get something taken care of and then you go back to your normal life, it has to fundamentally change the essence, the being of a woman. The question is, how much does it change a woman? How much are the women today now the same women that we would have considered women as our grandmothers and our great grandmothers, who knew they had to find one man and do all of their behaviors with that one man, or risk having a lot of different children from a lot of different men? There has to be some level of fundamental change on a spiritual, emotional, some kind of level that just bottom line changes a woman. And I'm kind of curious what that is, but I do know it's something. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.